is this the best I can do in life? Is this the best?
Yeah, absolutely. It was probably back in like 2009, right after we graduated like college. Just like
The less responsibility you have in life, I mean, the easier it is, right? I mean,
but I just think that too many health and fitness coaches it's easier, it's a safer route to sit there and just live a complacent life.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode on the Dynamic Lifestyle Podcast. So, before we get into today's episode, just want to do a quick little reminder to please pay the fee for the show. It's a simple fee if you're new to the show. Chris and I show up every single week for you guys, 2 times a week, and sometimes we bring on guests and we provide a lot of value. I truly believe that. So, all we're asking is if you could just leave us a rating and review. That will help us grow and reach more people. And just please, or if you don't want to leave a rating and review, then just share the podcast out and tag us on Instagram and Facebook. That always helps as well too to get more ears and just inspire and impact more lives. So once again, thank you guys so much for that. And just please pay the fee. And if you don't want to pay the fee and you just felt like the episode sucked, then I'm cool with that too, right?
It's like that movie Taken where Liam Nielsen goes, "We will find you, and I'm not going to say what he says, but we'll remove you," or something like that. I don't know. I'm just kind of just being dumb. But it's like that Taken part right there where he says, "We will find you, and I will,"
Yeah, after 2 of those Taken movies, I was like, you guys got to stop.
I know. That first one was good, man.
All right, man. Let's talk about this today. Today we're going to be talking about it's easier to live in complacency, isn't it? And that's a question. It's a question, right?
It's a question.
Okay, so let's dive into this. Like, why is this something we want to talk about today?
I think just, man.
Let me ask you this real quick. Was there ever a point where you felt like you were living a complacent life?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It was probably back in like 2009, right after we graduated like college.
Okay.
To where, I was doing some personal training on the side, and then I was, working a full-time job. I just felt I was complacent. It was just like, okay, this is it. Like, what's my life going to look like in the next 5 years, 10 years, right? I just felt complacent. And I knew I was playing small, but I didn't know any better. That's the problem. I didn't know any better. I didn't have mentors. I didn't have guidance. I didn't have anybody to push me. Community. And it just sucks because you look back and you're like, damn, dude, if I had that stuff, if you were taught that stuff, like, you'd be so far ahead of your years, and you just tap into your ultimate God-given potential so much faster. And it's just, I don't know. I don't want to get into it, but it's just like, man, it's crazy. But that's why we do these podcasts, because I'm trying to tap into you guys right now. I'm trying to have you think differently and believe in yourself and have that certainty going forward, so you can tap into your God-given potential and not have to live a complacent life, And I just think if I put it this way with health and fitness coaches, again, because this is who we help, this is who we serve, right? I think too many health and fitness coaches are just like being complacent, and they're okay with it because it's easier. It's easier to, number one, not make so much money, right? Because with more money, believe it or not, comes more opportunity, right? More responsibility, and whatever they say, every new level comes new devils, or like Biggie says, more money, more problems, right? Yeah. So I think it's easier to be a complacent life and be like, I'm not going to roll the dice by starting my business, my online business. I'm going to be cool here, taking on about 10 clients, maybe making $5K, right? I'm gonna be okay with just $10,000 too, right? And sometimes it's not even about just like the money, it's just about getting to the new levels, like mindset wise or impact wise, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But I just think that too many health and fitness coaches it's easier, it's a safer route to sit there and just live a complacent life and not level up, because there's less responsibilities, there's less, things that they have to worry about. And I think they're okay with it. Not even trying. And to me, that's such a shame to live life like that. It's such a shame to live life like that. You have one life, one opportunity, one legacy, and it's mind-boggling, man. So that's kind of where I want to go with that. But yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a big elephant in the room. It's just like the less responsibility you have in life, I mean, the easier it is, right? I mean, you know every single day what's going to happen and what to expect. Like, there's not going to be any new outcome. There's not going to be a new challenge. There's nothing, because you're not going to want to challenge yourself. Like you're okay with like just like living in that little bubble and you feel safe. And I think that's the key word is most people just feel safe where they're at. And it's just, I think it's just, it goes back to just like their level of thinking. They're just, they're not thinking big enough, and they're just not around those type of people that are thinking big enough. Right. Even for example, us.
I know, my bad. I know you're probably like, dude, why did you do that? Just really quick, and we'll be back to that video. I just want you to join our free Facebook group community for health and fitness coaches looking to get more online clients. So just click the link below in the description box, join it absolutely free. We got some cool stuff in there, a lot of videos, we do live trainings every couple of months on there. And we got some cool freebies on there. So just make sure to click the link below, join our free Facebook group for health and fitness coaches that want to level up and get more online clients to create more income, impact, influence, independence. Back to the video.
You know, when we first got into, being entrepreneurs, I mean, it's crazy. Like I couldn't imagine, like I when I was in these rooms with people within masterminds who were making millions, multimillionaires, like I was like, holy crap. Like I was a little bit intimidated, I'm not gonna lie, because you don't speak the same language as them. You don't have the same thought process. Like you still have a lot of limiting beliefs that you need to work through, that they have worked through. They're just on different levels. So I just think that's the biggest one too, is like who are you surrounding yourself with? Yeah. And it's like you have to be around people that are playing bigger. I'm sorry, like just if you don't do that, then it's just you're always going to remain the same. Yeah. You really are. And just upbringing, that's a big part in it too. Some people are fortunate to be brought up in good households where the parents are entrepreneur-like minded. They're very educated, and that's a blessing to them. But a lot of people, like they're not. And it's tough. It's going to be a tougher route and more hurdles, but nothing's impossible.
Yeah. And just kind of going back to like what you said, like we were in some of those masterminds, like Ty Lopez and Cole Hatters. Like, man, I remember we were in that room with Naveen Jain. He's a billionaire. Look this guy up, Naveen Jain. It's just crazy. It is intimidating, but it's inspiring. And it's just like,
very inspiring.
If this guy, was at a lower level too, playing small, thinking small too, he got to where he's at for a reason. Yeah. So we could do it. You could do it, right? Our students can do it. So that's how you have to think, and there's one thing I was going to say too. I'm just kind of like a brain fart right now what I was going to say, but
really quick, let me
go ahead, because I had something good, I just can't remember what it was.
For me, it's just like really ask yourself this question, guys, and I'm all about having like uncomfortable conversations with myself. I'm very tough on myself, and I hold myself to a higher standard. I'm very I hold myself accountable for all my actions, whether they're right or wrong, and I learn from them. I truly do. That's one thing I really, really love about myself, is just like if I'm wrong, I'll tell this person or I'll call myself out, and we'll go from there. And to me, that shows courage, that shows leadership, but it takes a while to get to that level. And the question and uncomfortable conversation you have to have with yourself is this the best I can do in life? Is this the best I can do with my one life that I get? I wake up every morning, right? These are all things I'm telling you to think about. You wake up every morning with oxygen in your lungs, with blood running through your veins. You can see, you can smell, you can hear, you can touch. You have no physical limitations. You have a brain. Like, what more do you need? Like, what more of a blessing do you need than that? Than to put it to work and get to work. Yeah. So that's just a question I really challenge you guys to think about. It's just like, this is the best I can do. This is really the best I can do in my life.
That's really good, man. That's good. That brought me back to what I was going to say, though, is like, even for us, right? This past 10 years, I've been in these masterminds. I invested $25,000 into Ty Lopez's 1-year business builder. I then, after that, invested $20,000 into Cole Hatter's mastermind, right? Then we did a $10,000 like coaching with Mark Lack. We've invested so much, right? And been around like some of these high quality people, right? And even today, till this day, 10 plus years later, we're in a mastermind right now. We pay $2,500 a month for it. I still feel like it's just like I need to be around like more high quality people and just level myself up. I feel like I'm complacent sometimes. And it's because one of the reasons is because I need something maybe like local, I'm thinking. And that's why Eric and I have been discussing, like, is there anything around here locally that we can kind of tap into and get around people locally to level up and not feel complacent. So we're looking into some things here with that, because I'm a firm believer you dominate online and you dominate in person as well too, like a 5 or 10 mile radius, right? That's something we teach our students too, hustling outside of social media. You dominate outside of social media, you dominate on social media. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking, man. It's like, after all that stuff, I still feel a little bit complacent. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Like, you have to constantly level up. I don't ever think you get to a point where you're just like, man, I'm good. I'm good. I got it all figured out. Like,
No.
my mind is so good. Like, I've done so much. And like, I don't know. I don't think so. I think you get bored, as a person.
Oh, you do.
It's like Eric said, it's just the best that I'm doing. That question you ask yourself, you have one life, right? One legacy to live. And you got to sit there and tap into your God-given potential and not live a mediocre life and not be complacent, because, man, that shit will eat you up. Whether you want to admit it or not, it'll eat you up.
Yeah. You're always going to live with that what if and just reminisce on that, and God forbid if you don't go to your grave at an early age or something. I mean, just like you'll live with that regret towards, like, I should have done something. I should have tried this. I should have rolled the dice. I should have been a little bit more risk, taking more risk, even if it's calculated risk. I should have done it though. And to me, it's simple, guys. Like, if you guys seek and aspire for a quality life, then you guys are going to get quality. If you do the opposite, you seek a shit life, then you guys are going to get a shit life. So that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, and guys, I mean, if you guys are feeling like you're complacent and you're a health and fitness coach, like Eric and I always say, I'm on these podcasts, and even on our social media, we're not afraid to invite you with open arms to a 15-minute more clients brainstorm session, right? So we're inviting you again. If you're interested in that, just go to our Instagram, Chris and Eric Martinez, look at our link tree. You can submit it there, and book a call with us and just see how we can help you out with your business and get you uncomplacent and get you in the right direction with the right people at the right time, the right place. So take us up on that offer. Like I said, we're not going to sell you anything like that. We're not going to be pushy, salesy. At the least, we can shoot the shit and get to know each other and have a good time.
All right, guys. Well, hopefully this episode hit home. Ask that question. Is it easier to live a complacent life than not? And I really hope this hit home with you guys. And please leave us a rating and review. Share this out. Just pay the fee. Other than that, have a great day. Have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you guys soon.